Hello everyone, welcome to this channel again. This is Sifu from Yat Dragon's YouTube channel. Today I want to answer a very commonly asked question, and that is, what is the Tao? And also about cultivating the Tao. Okay, so basically it's very much like the same kind of topic, so I blend them together. Now, what is the Tao or the Tao or Dou? Okay, in Cantonese we call Dou. Okay, so whatever you like to call it, okay, Tao or Dao, basically they both don't sound Chinese, so it doesn't really matter. Basically, you're just finding a substitute word for that in English, so yeah, anything that works for you, okay? You like Tao, Dao, doesn't really care, but main thing is you know what I'm talking about, okay? So in Cantonese, we call this Dou, okay? Dou, very low, Dou, like this, okay? Dou. Now, this word in Chinese is always the same. Okay, now I'm going to write this word down so that you can see it. And while I write it down, I'll also talk about it as well. Okay, marker. There we go. Okay, this word is the thing we're talking about. Very simple, right? Everyone knows about that. And, okay, so what is the Tao, the Dou, right here? Dou is right here with this dot, right? This is the one thing, one essence, okay, that brings a whole system, a unit, okay, toward a certain direction, a certain focus, a certain path. Many people think that the Tao is like the way, okay, but it's not. The Tao is not the way. The Tao gives you the way, okay? The Tao itself is a something that will lead its whole system, like leading the whole crew toward a certain direction. So there is now a very commonly confused point right here. Most people think the Tao can be anything. It's like, oh, it can be anything, can be the Tao. You know, this can be the Tao. Basically, the problem is you don't understand the truth behind. Okay, you're understanding the surface, which is right. The Tao can be anything, just like any man can be a father. But who is your father? That is the problem. You cannot say all the people here is my father, right? Okay, so what is your Tao? What is the Tao that we're cultivating when you get into Taoism? What is that? Okay, now you got to understand there is actually a defined subject in order for you to study and to cultivate and stuff like that, or else you'll be like a clueless fly in the forest trying to find something is impossible. Okay, now let's say the Tao of a family. Okay, so what is the essence that makes the family a family? Family, well, we're talking about like there's a father, mother, a son, okay, and then there goes the family, because that allows the father to have a next generation, right? So that is the full, complete form of a family, okay? Father, mother, and then a son. A son is born, and then it can regenerate, like keep going on and on. So a family, the head of the family is always the father in terms of how it works in nature, because the father is the first one who output the essence, the sperm, okay, to create this third person in the family, which is the kid, the child. So the mother is the absorbed party. So she's the second thing in the family, right? So the father output the sperm, the mother absorbed it, okay, contain it, and there goes brim, and then the son is created. So basically that's what the Tao of the family is like. It's the father. The father have the gives the essence. It's like the first person who will be in this crew, the whole team, and he decide how everything should go later on. Because imagine if the father is kind of like having issues of health, you know, some virus inside the body, whatever, okay, like that. And imagine that the father is not healthy, giving birth to a kid. That will be a problem, right? Because the kid will be unhealthy too, right? So the father needs to be healthy in order to have a healthy son. And it's not like, oh, how they teach it. How they teach is later on. I'm talking about before you're even seeing the son. Meaning like, oh, now the father's condition is like this, okay? When you give birth to the son, you can have problems because of your condition right now. It will pass on to the son, right? Very simple logic. Okay, something that you can inherit. Now, basically, this is the Tao of the family, which is the father, as you understand. And, well, let's say the Tao of a company. Okay, a company. Well, that might be the president or the boss, whatever on top, highest level, who actually make the decision, or the founder of the company, who will lead the whole company toward a certain direction. So that's basically the Tao of the stuff. Okay. Now, what's the Tao of you right here? Well, the Tao of you can be many things. First of all, if we're talking about the local, the you that is awake right now, okay, like the woke up version of you, not the sleeping part of you, okay. So that basically the Tao of you right here, okay. What is the Tao? Something that leads you to start doing this and that, this and that, this and that. Right here, when you're awake, we feel and we think and we act, right? So if you talk about yourself, this heart, the energy heart right here, this energy heart, or you can say it the mind or the heart, okay? Mind is a part of the heart only, okay? But yeah, this thing right here, this energy at this location is your Tao, okay? This is the Tao that actually leads you to whatever. Because from inside out, you look at this pattern, okay? You feel, okay? Then you will start to think, ponder inside, and then you will act it out. So basically your mind is the Tao of you when you wake up. But at the same time, we have another Tao that goes further away beyond this wake up status of you, which is when you're sleeping, or I should say the subtle side of you, the deeper side of you, right? What we call the pre-heaven side of you. Now that is another issue, right? You are now awake, you have this local body, but at the same time, you also have an other you that is in the deeper side of the universe. We talk about this in the introduction to Taoism, okay, with Taoism 101, whatever that video is called. We said, okay, in Taoism, we talk about this Yin and Yang theory, okay? Everything in this nature is always come in a binary kind of form. So there's two versions, and they're always like a extreme opposite kind of thing, okay? So one way, okay, you have one version of you right here. You are a living being. Okay? You're solid in this solid world, okay, physical world. You are a living being, living with a bunch of living beings inside a planet, okay? Next world, okay, the flip-flop side of this is you are a planet in a spiritual world, okay? Spiritual world, not physical, spiritual world. And you're a planet containing many living beings inside. Right here, when you act, you always reach out and act to things outside of you, right? When you are a planet, you reach inside of you and you touch the stuff inside, just like how our planet works. You see the sky and lightning, all that stuff come down from above and into the inside of the planet, right? All the stuff go inward. Now, as a living being, everything goes outward. Very different, right? Now, if you are studying Taoism and you agree to this theory of Yin and Yang, right? Basically, this is something very logical. You have two sides of you, okay? And the other side of you, when you're playing the role of a planet, okay, spiritual planet body, that side of you is like, okay, you cannot use like a rocket to go over and take a look at it, right? But you can actually cultivate in a lineage and reach to the point where you can witness your own Yun Sun. When you do what we call soul travel, that kind of stuff, and you can see your own Yun Sun and also visit other people's Yun Sun at a certain stage. But before you can do that, okay, well, you got to understand that Yun Sun is like more like a concept okay, at first. Very important concept. Now you can witness this concept with the body right here, okay? Because it's a pattern, and the same pattern will apply right here in your local body, which you can witness right away. Okay, like this, you can witness. Okay, now what does the Yun Sun do? Very simple. Look, now we've split our body into 3 parts. Okay, now we have 3 parts. So right here and above is the Teen, the sky. Okay, it resembles our Yun Sun, like a planet, right? Okay, now right here, okay, between the 2 nipples in this location, this is the center, the heart. Okay, that is the middle between the Yun Sun and the bottom section, and anything from the belly and down, these are your bottom. Okay, the ground, the absorbing power. Okay, so in this world, you can see it this way. We say that there are 3 sections, right? So the top is the Yun Sun, where all the elements and the resources are coming from, and these are all what we call the pre-heaven energies. Okay, and in this world, what is pre-heaven? Is there are things that is outside of your world, as in like your body is one world of its own. Okay, anything that is outside of the world, your Yun Sun, sense, okay, look, smell, hear, and put in. Okay, put in. And when you put into the Yun Sun, what happened? Well, these things get dripped downward, right? It drips through this heart, it gives you feeling, powers up, and also go down, digest. After you digest, you have power. Okay? You have power to what? To move, walk, right? Like babies, you know? You eat, and then you will crawl around. After you're done with that, what do? Okay? Well, I'm done walking to a place, and then the power rush up again, and you have a new feeling because you see something new. And then you want to do things with your hands. See, this is the middle section, right? So energy, like the energy flow is like this. From the top, go here, okay, inside the body, and now it goes through here and go in here, okay, tummy, and goes through the leg, back up, and to the surface right now, and my hand wants to move. So it's always like my leg move, and then my hand will start to want to interact with things outside and do things. So your Tao at this pattern right now, if you talk about the bigger side of the big picture, okay, it's actually the Yun Sun above that is giving you the senses of life. Okay, it's like, what do I want to do? It's always like that. When you wake up, you always wonder like, what should I do? Like that. Sometimes you have a set schedule, but because your Yun Sun is not doing good, okay, not giving you enough energy and such, when you wake up, you are discouraged from doing what you planned. Like, oh, I have to go out for a movie today, right? And then you wake up. Oh, suddenly you feel that you don't want to go. Why? Well, because the Yun Sun didn't give you any stuff. So you lose that power right here because your battery is not charged up by that thing. Okay? So you're not charged up. Every day when you sleep, okay, your energy that you don't need in this world is pushed to the Yun Sun. And your soul, which is the energy inside yourself, okay, soul is not like one cluster of things, it's a bunch of energies inside yourself. So these soul inside yourself, okay, the energy will push to the Yun Sun. And because of that, you give, the Yun Sun have to return you something, okay, exchange. Now the Yun Sun push out what this planet don't want and give it to you, and it powers your battery right here, okay? And when you wake up, you will feel you want to do stuff, right? So that's basically how it works. And that's the job of the Yun Sun, and that's basically the Tao, the Tao of you, the Yun Sun. It's mostly giving you everything that you need, okay, to do things later on. We say that in Taoism, okay, we have this theory of Dou Ging Si, okay, very simple theory, which is the Tao, okay, the essence, okay, that leads to a certain focus, and then the Ging, which is the processor that process these things, and then Si is the doer, okay, the doing, okay. So our body in the big picture, the body is the doer. We only act Okay, do what the Yun San lead us to do. Okay, the Yun San gives us the direction. Okay, the Tao gives us the direction. Our soul, the inside of us, process the direction and then gives us ideas. And then we choose the idea and do it, execute it our own way. So maybe your Yun San is like, oh, today I want to be like going crazy. But how crazy is up to you, right? So it's like you got the power to decide how to execute. But mainly the direction, the big broad direction is determined by your Yun San, the Tao of you. So how to cultivate the Tao? Well, cultivating the Tao is not to do some Tai Chi and Qi Gong and that is it, okay? It's about learning what this thing is about, really, and what is life and such like that. And also to cultivate the Yun San in many ways. And by that means, you need to touch the feel of Taoist magic. Because Taoist magic is what you need to use to cultivate the energy from this world and push it back to your pre-heaven side, meaning to your pre-heaven energy body and also to your Yun San, the planet body. So when you are doing Taoist magic and all that stuff, you are working with these things, and these cannot be cultivated just by doing some exercise, qigong and all that stuff. That is not enough. That is very little part of the game only. So most people are confused and they think doing Tai Chi and stuff, doing that morning exercise is enough. Well, that is not. Okay, that is only a part of it. Okay, doing the Tai Chi and stuff, if you don't understand, you treat it like a physical exercise, is doing nothing for you and not really cultivating any Tao at all. It's not even cultivating your mind, because you're treating it like a form of exercise. Then that is an exercise, because you don't understand what the real Tai Chi is inside. Okay, what it means inside, what you're working with. You don't know, right? So that's the problem. You don't know, then energy don't react to you. So cultivating the Tao really is about touching and cultivating energies from this world, pushing it back to replenish your own Yun San, your own life, where the resources come from that powers up your life. So if your life have some kind of obstacle, hiccups, whatever turbulence going on, you can fix it, make it better, give yourself some paddings, and basically it's a way to make your life better than it should be. And at least when there's like crappy time coming, okay, there will be less tragic, okay, because you have things padding when bad things happen. So it's like, okay, there's a storm out there, but if you did the prep work, at least you have food to eat while the storm comes, stuff like that, okay? So cultivating the Tao or doing Taoism, okay, you must be cultivating with this Yun San element, okay? And in the future, we'll talk about the difference about cultivating the magic, okay, and also the Tao part. But right here, we'll end here, and at least today you understand what is the Tao and what is cultivating Taoist magic and Taoism is about. Okay, so we'll see you next time. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. Bye-bye!